final item on their agenda. Both the Israelis and the Palestinians want Jerusalem as their capital. Both sides say they won't compromise on this. And though it's not officially on the agenda of the peace talks until at least next year, in reality, the battle for Jerusalem has already begun. Unlike the Israelis, the Palestinians don't want all of Jerusalem, just East Jerusalem, the Arab quarter. Since Israel seized this area from its Arab neighbours nearly 30 years ago, it's discouraged Arab growth and built Israeli homes instead. And in another move critics regard as consolidating Israel's claims on the city, a major festival will open next week, promoting its Jewish history.
Jerusalem will reverberate with the sounds of celebration as the city commemorates 3,000 years since King David established it as the capital of Israel.
The European Commission has withdrawn funding concerned the festival preempts negotiations on the future of the city by favouring its Jewishness. Israel denies this and will go elsewhere for the money. But nowhere are the battle lines drawn more blatantly than at Orient House, the Palestinian base in East Jerusalem. Right-wing Israelis picket it daily, claiming this is the Arabs consolidating their claim on the city.
This is the seat of a PLO government. Jerusalem is being redivided. A new Berlin Wall is being erected in the heart of Jerusalem, and that's not good for anyone. It's certainly not good for peace.
We have proposed an accommodating, inclusive solution that doesn't say it's entirely mine and that doesn't accept their ideological position and possessiveness.
Palestinians say Jerusalem can be capital for both without being divided physically. Israel hasn't the political nerve to agree. The battle will be long and hard. Margaret Gilmore, BBC News, Jerusalem.
Here, book collectors have been bidding at an unusual auction in Suffolk, where all the books were stolen by one man. In 30 years, Duncan Jevons pilfered more than 50,000 books, mostly from libraries. 12,000 were sold today, and Jevons, who's now served a prison sentence, put in a surprise appearance at the sale.
An unusual auction resulting from a very unusual crime. These 12,000 books on sale represent less than a quarter of the total haul the police found when they raided a home in Suffolk. The books, weighing 35 tons, had been stolen over a period of 30 years.
Yes, at £22 in advance, at £22 a bit.
Duncan Jevons had tucked them in his shirt and sneaked them out of libraries, cathedrals and churches. Having served 7.5 months in jail, he turned up to witness the sale of his ill-gotten gains.
There are a lot of books. I hadn't realised how many there were, and I was curious to see how many. Curious to see what was going to happen to them, and to try and recover, if I could, some. But frankly, that wouldn't be realistic. There are just too many.
£16, 18.
Books on theology, medicine, law, crime and Adolf Hitler went under the hammer. None had antiquarian value. All had been damaged, and every book bore the signature of the man who stole it. The bidders were attracted by the novelty value.
I've come and bought theology books, basically. Some of the lots are all theology, and some are a mixture, and I've had to buy a whole box just to get 2 books. But that's what you have to do.
Good books, but in dreadful condition, because they've been cut up and mutilated by the person who stole them.
The auction raised more than £4,000. The money will go to local charities. Some of it may be spent on an anti-shoplifting campaign. Peter Hunt, BBC News.
22, sir, on 2-5.
Graham Hick and Jack Russell have put England in a good position against the West Indies in the 6th Test, the match that will decide the series. Both players were out just short of their centuries, helping England to 454. The West Indies then lost 1 wicket before the close.
Graham Hick began the day on 43, knowing England required a big score from him in this crucial game. But he began nervously, offering Sherwin Campbell a difficult catch which he couldn't hang on to. Hick survived to reach his 50 in 88 balls, a fine innings given England's disarray when he came in yesterday. Jack Russell at the other end was also timing the ball well, pleasing some, annoying others. But with Hick on 96, Kenner Benjamin found his outside edge. The West Indies got their breakthrough, Hick a standing ovation, richly deserved in a series that was make or break for his Test career. After lunch, Jack Russell reached his 50, piling on the frustration for the West Indian bowlers. But Courtney Walsh soon had reason to smile, taking Watkinson's wicket, his 300th in Test cricket, only the 10th player to do so. Like Hick, Russell's wicket also fell in the 90s, with Kirkley Ambrose ending a dogged performance. And more trouble was to come when Dominic Cork sustained a leg injury, which could affect his bowling tomorrow. England eventually reached a commanding 454 all-out. At the close, the West Indies had lost 1 wicket for 50 runs, with a lot resting on the shoulders of Devon Malcolm, if England had to win their first Test series against the West Indies since 1969. Tried Myrie BBC News.
Tonight's main news again. The government has confirmed that terrorist prisoners will be released early from jails in Northern Ireland. Newsnight on BBC 2 at 10:30 has a special report on the role of women in last year's genocide in Rwanda. From the 9 o'clock news, good night, have a good weekend.